Governor Matawale eulogizes Emir of Dansado's late mother. Girls' retention in schools on the rise in Nigeria, says President Buhari. Police to punish officer for attacking journalists. On business, Saudi Arabia has introduced social security service for all its citizens. And on the international scene, President Trump and wife contract COVID-19. Hello and welcome to Svtv News. I am Musa Joy Unyoza. Zamfara State Governor Dr. Bello Mohammed Matawale Marado has condoled with Emir of Dansado, Alhaji Hussein Umar, over the death of the Emir's mother, Hajia Fatima Musa, who died on Thursday, 29 September 2020, following a brief illness. For more on the story, over now to our correspondent Peter Phillips.
The governor, who paid the condolence visit at the Emir of Dansado residence in Gusau, also consoled him to accept the death as an act of God and pray for the response of her soul in eternal rest. Dr. Matawale further described late Hajia Fatima as a highly disciplined and honest mother who trained her children on the path of Allah and the need to assist one another. He further said that the death of a mother of her type is very painful, but believed that her good deeds will remain indelible in the minds of many people in the state, more especially the people of Dansado Emirate. He prayed Almighty Allah to reward her soul with Jannatul Firdaus and give her family the fortitude to bear the loss. Responding on behalf of his emirate and her immediate family, Emir of Dansado Alhaji Hussein Umar thanked the governor for the concern and love he always shows on his family and the entire emirate. He also prayed Almighty Allah to reward the governor abundantly. Peter Phillips, SVTV News, Gusau.
Our former Emir of Maru in Zamfara State, Alhaji Abubakar Ibrahim, has dragged the Inspector General of Police and 5 others to court for illegal detention and defamation of character. Alhaji Abubakar Ibrahim was sacked by the Zamfara State government last year for allegedly aiding and abetting banditry and kept in Zamfara government house for 11 months. The other 5 respondents in the suit are the State Director General of the Department of State Services, Commissioner of Police Assistant Director DSS, and Secretary to Zamfara State Government Alhaji Bala Maru. The Emir who filed the suit at the Federal High Court, Gusau, is seeking 6.5 billion naira as damages for his illegal arrest, detention, and defamation of character. But after hearing the case on Wednesday, the presiding judge, Justice Fatima Aminu, transferred it to Zamfara State High Court for determination. Nigerians were advised to forge a common front and enjoy the freedom gained since 1960, adding that Nigerians must commend forefathers who fought hard for the country to reach present situation as a nation. The advice was given by the governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, during the celebration of 60th National Independence Anniversary held at Kano Pillar Stadium, Savungiri, Kano on Thursday. For more on the story, over now to Shehu Magaji.
The governor said Nigerians need to be steadfast and forge a common front so that they can use and enjoy freedom they gained in the last 60 years as a nation. Dr. Ganduje said they must also commend their forefathers who fought for the country's common goal, adding that Nigerians must join hands together to forge ahead so as to make the nation greater at all times. He said when COVID-19 came calling, the space was tensed, but when we joined hands and took measures, we were able to tackle the pandemic. He said Nigerians must therefore work together to improve their personal hygiene. He explained further that despite the challenges being faced because of the pandemic, government went ahead with the development plan for the state. He listed as part of the developmental programs the establishment of rural settlement, the first of its kind in the country, establishment of 15 Sangaya model schools, and the establishment of military training ground at Falgore Forest. The governor said his administration spent over 400 million to install modern security system at the State Police Command headquarters and over 400 for tracking system with their security apparatus. I am Shehu Magaji reporting for SBTV.
Google, the world's giant search engine, has celebrated Nigeria with its special Doodle as the country marks its 60 years of independence. The Google Doodle is used to mark special occasions and individuals around the world. The special logo, according to Wikipedia, has been in use since 1988 when it first honored the long-running annual Burning Man event in Black Rock City, Nevada. The special logo has been used to celebrate many historical figures and events around the world, as it has published over 2,000 of it by 2014. When clicked, it links to news and events taking place throughout the country. It should be noted that Google marks many special occasions with customized doodles, changing its logo on the homepage to reflect the occasion. Nigeria is witnessing an increase in girls' enrollment and retention in schools. President Muhammadu Buhari disclosed this on Thursday at a UN high-level meeting commemorating the 25th anniversary of the 4th World Conference on Women. For more on the story, over now to Samira Ibrahim.
In a video message to the virtual meeting convened by President of the UN General Assembly 75th session, Volkan Bozzer, in New York, President Muhammadu Buhari attributed the success to the implementation of the Universal Basic Education Program, Girl Education Project, and Safe School initiatives. He said the Nigerian government is vigorously implementing the Universal Basic Education Program, which enhances girl-child education at the grassroots. Furthermore, the Girl Education Project has contributed to the marked increase in girls' enrollment and retention in schools, as well as guaranteed full productive capacity for future generations of women. To ensure the security of school children, especially girls in the northeast of Nigeria, the government had ratified the Safe School Declaration and begun the implementation of our Safe School initiatives across the country. The president noted with satisfaction that through the Safe School programs, his administration had ensured improved security through the provision of necessary learning materials for educational institutions. On combating gender-based violence, the Nigerian president said that awareness on a sex offenders register was ongoing to discourage and better manage cases of violence against women. Samira Ibrahim, reporting for SVTV.
The chairman of the Senate Committee on Defense and Deputy Chairman, Senate Committee on Anti-Corruption, Senator Aliu Magatakarda Wamako, has been described as a core Democrat and benefactor of Sokoto State. This was the concurrence of myriad of speakers at an event organized in Sokoto on Thursday to mark the Nigerians' Diamond Independence Anniversary celebrations vis-a-vis chronicling the tangible and indelible contributions of Senator Wamako to the growth and development of the state, North as well as Nigeria in general. For more on the story, over now to Dahiri Sumaila Mafara.
The event was organized by the Office of the Special Assistant to Senator Wamako on Youth and Student Matter, Suleiman Tijani Mohammed. The speakers include the former Religious Affairs Commissioner and former Chairman, Sokoto State Universal Education Board, Professor Musa Garba Maitamsir, former Accountant General Alhaji Aminu Dodo Iya, a retired Permanent Secretary Alhaji Suleiman S. Fulani, State APC Secretary Alhaji Abubakar Muhammad Yabo, Senior Legislative Aide to Senator Wamako, Dr. Abdullahi Gada, former Executive Secretary, Sokoto State Arabic and Islamic Education Board, Alhaji Ahmad Bala Altini, as well as Comrade Lamir Aminu. Others were representatives of youth, women, traders, and political leaders, ulamas and imams, as well as other vulnerable groups, among others. All the speakers noted that Sokoto State has never had its soul good like 2007 and 2015, when Senator Wamoko successively, transparently, democratically, patriotically, and diligently piloted the affairs of Sokoto State. That has been the report. Dahiru Sama Ilamafara, Standard Voice News.
Nigeria's Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has cautioned Nigerians against seeking solutions to problems that are meant to be solved by their state government. He said Nigerians are disappointed with the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration because they expect magic from a government that is constitutionally only allowed to do less. Mr. Fashola said in an interview with Channels Television on Thursday that looking for the federal government or a magic president is why we seem to have been disappointed, saying Nigerians are looking for the result in the wrong place. The former Lagos State Governor urged Nigerians to read the Constitution for a better understanding of what is expected from different levels of government in the country, rather than expecting Mr. Buhari to play the function of their respective state and local government authorities. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police Hakeem Odumusu has ordered the detention and orderly room trial of Adadu Innocent, an inspector of police who brutalized a journalist during the October 1st protest in Lagos. The officer hit a photojournalist with a Punch newspaper Olukaide on the head while covering the protest on Thursday. Earlier reports said several protesters were arrested at Maryland during the Thursday rally organized by the Coalition for Revolution. The protesters marched in their numbers from Ojota area of the metropolis to Maryland to express displeasure over the general state of the country, including the hike in the petroleum price, suppression of freedom of speech, freedom to associate, and others. Confusion and uncertainty has enveloped the Niger State judiciary over the plan to appoint more new magistrates by the Chief Judge of Niger State, Justice Mohammed Aliu Mayaki. The Chief Judge, who is billed to exit service of the state judiciary on the 25th of October 2020, has concluded desperate plans to employ more new magistrates in the service of the judiciary, even as existing magistrates are without court to man. Already a total of 81 magistrates are on the payroll of the service of the Niger State Judiciary, with some of them without court to man. In some cases, two magistrates share one court, role shifting among themselves, thereby resulting to slow dispensation of justice for litigants and counsel. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back on Business. Aguirre has more detail.
Welcome to Standard Voice Business Update. Saudi Arabia provides social service system that ensures every citizen has a decent standard of living. It is the reason for social stability in the kingdom. People don't complain of high fuel price because the lowest workers earn the equivalent of 350,000 per month. Unemployment rate in Saudi Arabia in 2019 is 5.9%. The unemployed don't bother because they are taken care of by the state. They receive monthly allowance and food and free housing, education and healthcare. Saudi Arabia provides free medical care, including highly specialized services like open heart surgery and separation of conjoined twins free of charge. Education to all levels are free. Marriage to the poor are sponsored by the state. There is no Saudi citizen that is poor going by definition of poverty by World Bank. By comparison, at least 80% of Nigerians are unemployed. Those employed earn a maximum wage of 30,000 naira a month. There are no free education and healthcare in Nigeria. Nigeria has the highest extreme poverty population in the world, June 2019. The 86.19 million naira now living in extreme poverty represents nearly 50% of its estimated 180 million population. President Buhari didn't know this when he said there was no justification for fuel to be cheaper in Nigeria than Saudi Arabia. And that has been on Standard Voice Business Update. I'm Aguirre.
And on the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has tested positive for the coronavirus. The controversial leader said this in a tweet ahead of his country's election a few weeks away. President Trump made this known on his Twitter handle that he and the First Lady Melania Trump have contracted the coronavirus. The president pledged to begin quarantine in the midst of 2 more debates he is expected to participate in with his challenger Joe Biden. This news comes 4 hours after President Donald Trump's close ally and trusted advisor Hope Hicks was confirmed a positive COVID-19 case. Hicks had traveled with President Donald Trump to Ohio for the first presidential debate between Democratic candidate Joe Biden and President Donald Trump, and then to Minnesota for a rally on Tuesday. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Governor Matawale eulogizes Emir of Dansado's late mother. Girls' retention in schools on the rise in Nigeria, says President Buhari. Police to punish officer for attacking journalists. On business, Saudi Arabia has introduced social security service for all its citizens. And on the international scene, President Trump and wife contract COVID-19. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew and head of News and Current Affairs Department, Alhaji Ibrahim Garuba Tunau, I still remain Musa Joy Unyoza. Stay tuned.